The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Gets set, first down. They go to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake. Unleashes it on the run. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And they break the seal on the scoring. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
First down for this offense. The hand to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. Off he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Now on second down. Give to Brown. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Calls his own number. Keeps the legs moving.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll let one go down the right side.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. This is a designed run. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Horton. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hands it off. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 14, USC 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short runs.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's loose. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Brown has it. Plows through the defense. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. To the ground. He's got it again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David,
it's complete. A huge pickup. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offense.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
great team defense on that. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Finds his man. It's Peterson. Tripped up for the tackle. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Touchdown, USC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can... Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands.
And the pass is intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Time to take a shot. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd big throw in this game.
Offense set on 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101, sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum, try to make a big play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's got it! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going with the ground game left. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
The Canes are on the move. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback will keep it. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the Canes want to move quickly. Got a little space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. On the move. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Sends it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Handoff to the lone back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 25. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, to highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USC 28, Miami 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll try to get outside. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Past the 30. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Oxford for some time. They're up by 18 over Central Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. Going deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Deep shot for the end zone. He caught it.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll call for the fair catch here. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working on the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win back.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's inside the 10. He'll work his way down to the 28. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The back goes in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll try to pick up the 1st. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that field around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.